Hi, welcome to Auntie Nat's Crochet. Thank you for choosing this video. Allow me to teach you how to play with yarn. Do subscribe to my channel. The subscribe button is around this corner over here. It will mean the world to me. And do check out my other videos. They're all as informative and fun to learn as this video. So this particular video, I'm going to do a hair bow tie or a bow ribbon, or you can call it a ribbon. So I've made a few sizes. For now, I'm just going to show you one of the size, and while I'm doing it, I will let you know how the other sizes look like. I mean, how many chain you're supposed to do. And so happen I come across this yarn. I think this yarn is just lovely to make a bow ribbon, and I'm going to use a 4mm hook. This is a cotton yarn, so I'm going to use a 4mm hook. These are the few sizes that I've made. Okay, I have a smaller one here. This is a smaller one, and a bigger one, and even a bigger one. I think this is the biggest. You can go bigger if you want, for your dress or your bag, or even your hair. You can just add a hairband here, or a pin. You can pin it onto your clothes. So as when I show you, I will let you know how many chain you need to make to become this big, or even this small. Okay, so now let's start. Okay, for this medium size bow ribbon, I'm going to start off with a chain 48. You make a knot. After you make a knot, you chain 48. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now before you continue, it's best that you'll go to the first stitch, insert your hook, and make sure it goes this way, because in case if we were to connect this end to this end, this is how it would look like, right? It did not bend anyway, in any way. It become a perfect circle. So I did 10 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so I did 10. Now I continue. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. Once you are at 48, you slip stitch to the first stitch. So you just slip stitch. This is already the first stitch. And now you will go around nicely. Now I'm going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You chain 5 and you skip 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You skip 5. You go to the 6th stitch and do a slip stitch. And in case you want, you can add a marker here, or later the second row, the third row maybe. So this is the second row. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. you chain 5, you skip 5, 1 2 3 4 5, and you slip stitch, and you do the same until the end of the row. And if you want to know the measurement for the other ribbon, I have it in a written form. The written pattern is in my blog. I'll share the link in the description box below. And don't worry, later I'll let you know how many chain to do for each sizes. 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so you continue until you come back here, and before that, I'll just let you know, for this huge one, this big ribbon, this part here, I'm doing this part here. So for this part here, I chain 78, and it is still the same. You join it to the first stitch, and you chain 5, and you skip 5, and you slip stitch to the 6th stitch. So the patterns are all the same, it's just the number of chain is different. So for this particular one, it's a chain 78. So all this you have to go in a multiple of 6. So this is a chain 78. This is 78. This is a chain 66. I mean this part here, chain 66. And this particular one is a chain 48, which looks like this, chain 48. And this is chain 30. I don't think you can go any smaller than this, if not it will not look nice. As for this button here, it's optional. You can either get a cute button, or you can just crochet a round button and paste it here, or sew it here. See, well, these buttons are optional. Maybe you can get better button than this, but I like this button because it's written handmade with love. Okay, so the big one is chain 78. This is chain 66. This is chain 48, which is what I'm doing now, and this is chain 30. And all this pattern is the same. All you have to do is chain 5. It's all the same. Just chain 5, skip 5, and slip stitch on the 6th stitch. Okay, so now I've come to the end part here. So I slip stitch onto that stitch near here. Wait, let me get that right. Make sure it doesn't bend in any way. Okay, now I got it right. Okay, so it's this one. I'm gonna slip stitch to the first chain. So it's gonna look like this. Okay, and now you see this chain 5 here. I'm gonna do a slip stitch on the first 3 stitch, until I reach the middle here. Because it's a chain 5, so I slip stitch until chain 3 of the chain 5. Now in case you scared you might not scared you might get carried away and go round, round and round. So just add a marker here to remind yourself this is the end or the start of this chain 5. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This time round you do not have to skip 5. You just go to the chain 3, the third chain of this chain 5. Don't go here, go to that chain so it look better. So do not go into the hole here, do not crochet into the hole here, crochet on the third stitch and slip stitch. Oops, let me get that again. Okay, slip stitch and then continue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. New slip stitch on the third stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And slip stitch. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a very simple pattern and easy to do. So we have come to this marker here. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You slip stitch on the marker here. And remember this chain, we're gonna slip stitch until we reach the third stitch. Excuse me. And again, if you want, if you don't mind, you just add a marker. So this is our third row. So all in you do 6 rows. All in you do 5 rows. Excuse me. Okay, and let me tell you, this one is a chain 78, but I do 6 rows. This one is a chain 66. I do 6 rows. This one, these two, this is the one that I'm making now. This one is a chain 48. You do 5 rows. This is a chain 30, also 5 rows. Only 5 rows. So like now here, for example, let's say you stop halfway and not sure how many rows. This line is your first row, this line second, and this is your third. So now I'm doing my 4th row. So make sure you do 5 rows of it. So I'll come back to you once I'm at the end of row 5. Okay, this is row 5. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Row 5, this is the last stitch. Let me show you. This is the last chain 5. So I'm going to go to the end of this the first chain 5. I'm gonna slip stitch, chain 1, gonna pull tight. I'm gonna cut the yarn. This is how it look like, the top part. So this one, I'm not going to cut it away like that. It might come off easily. So I chain 1, pull tight, and I would hide it a bit into remember the part where we had this slip stitch, 3 stitches of slip stitch, so hide it inside there so you'll be quite tight. Oops, wait, let me get this first. Hide both ends nicely. You wouldn't want it to come up after a few wash. Let's make a few round here near the chain 3. I mean the slip stitch, when we slip stitch under the first 3 chain of the chain 5, or find any stitch that you think would be quite tight. So you will somehow hide a bit of the tail, and then cut it. Same goes for this tail, the foundation chain tail. I normally will try and hide as much as I can before I cut it. I do not want it to come off after a few wash. Hide as much as you can. Especially at the part where we slip stitch on the first 3 chain of the chain 5. So now cut it off, and the top part look like this. Now we're going to do the bottom part. For this particular pattern, this chain 48, I'm going to do a chain 66. You make a knot and you chain 66. '61, '62, '63, '64, '65, '66. So I have a chain of 66, and now you go to the 12th stitch from the hook. 1, 2, this is a hook, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. On the 12th stitch onwards, you do the slip stitch, and we're gonna start the pattern again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You do 5, you skip 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you slip stitch. And we're gonna build this pattern again. Two, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the 6th stitch. This is the bottom part of the ribbon. So now let me explain. For this big ribbon here, the part here, it's going to be a chain 96, and the way you do it, it'll be the same as what I'm showing you just now. This is chain 96. So which means when this is a chain 78, the top part is chain 78, the bottom will be chain 96. Now this one, the top part is a chain 66, the bottom part here is a chain 84. This one is 6 row, this one 6 row. Here same thing, 6 row here, 6 row here. So if I have 6 row here, I will have 6 row here as well. As for these two, this is a chain 48, this will be a chain 66. I have 5 row here, I will also have 5 row here. This is a chain 30, the top part here, the bottom part here is a chain 48. So both have 5 rows. So here the pattern is all the same. So now let's come back to this. So same thing, 1 2 3 4 5, and chain 5, you skip 5 and you have a pattern like this. I'll come back to you once I'm at the end of the row. Okay, I've come to the last row, end of the row, not last row, end of the row. Slip stitch, chain 1, turn my work, and again I'm gonna slip stitch until the middle part. So which means I need 3 slip stitch. 1 2 3. Then I start again. 1 2 3 4 5. Go to the third stitch and do a slip stitch. And do this until the end of the row. This one is the first row, this is the second row, and this is the third row. So now I'm at the end of the row. 1 2 3 4 5, and you look at this, go to the third chain somewhere here and slip stitch. Chain 1, turn the work. Again same thing, slip stitch, 3 slip stitch, 1, and then the next one, and the third one. So by the time you slip stitch on the third one, you'll be in the middle of this chain 5, and then again 1 2 3 4 5, and we start to build the same pattern again. So now we have 1 2 3, 1 2 3, and this is 4. So you need this row and one more row. Okay, now I'm at the end of the row. I'm gonna slip stitch and chain 1, pull tight. So this is row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, row 5. Gonna cut this yarn, pull tight here, then I'm gonna get a tapestry needle and hide all this in between here. Hide as much as you can, especially if you can hide it where there is a slip stitch to the chain, 3 slip stitch. That part will be very tight. That's nice to hide it. Okay, and if you want, you can hide a bit more here. Let's try and see. Maybe it should be this way. Okay. Let's hope they won't come off so easily. Then you cut the yarn. Okay. Same goes for here. There's a chain, there's a slip stitch part here, which is kind of tight and good to hide yarn. I mean, if you do not hide it properly, chances of it coming off after a few wash is very high, especially those who love to wash frequently. Okay, I think that should do the trick. Now we have this part here. We have this part here. So now just cut a piece of yarn like this. Place this here and this one here. You check and see your curve, whether it curves this way or this way. If it looks right to you, hold on to it. Make sure this is in the middle. If everything is okay, just take a look and see if this is in the middle. If this is not in the middle, just shift it a bit. Just check and see. Okay, this is the middle. Now pull tight. Pull, then to the back and tie 2 knots. You can shape it around and take a look. If you think this is right, yeah, I tied 2 knots. Now to get a needle, I can't use a tapestry needle because it's too thick and it can't go through the button, so I have to get this type of needle. Oops, did it go through? Oh, okay. Let me get these 2 over. Oh, one more. That's a problem. This is like what, 8-ply yarn. Okay, it all went through nicely. So I'm going to poke it to the front, make 1 stitch to the front and get my button ready. Make sure the wording is facing upright and make 2 stitch. This is 1 stitch, poke it to the back, do that again one more time. Okay. So once you're satisfied with it, turn to the back, tie 2 more knots just in case, and I normally do not just cut my yarn like that. I will still hide a bit of it, one on the left side, one on the right, hide it in between all these. And this one, the right side, I hide on the right, the left, I'm gonna hide it on the left. Okay. Then I cut the yarn. So at least I feel that it's more secure. Now I can cut the yarn. Pull a bit and cut, and there you have a pretty ribbon. So how do you like this ribbon? Which color do you prefer? Or which size do you prefer? So thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Share it to as many people as you can, and also if you feel free to like my videos, just click like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next post.